Think we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another very special live stream. I know I say that about all the live streams, but this one actually is pretty special. Let's see. I'm going to switch to this. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay. Yeah. So there, I have some big announcements, more on a personal slash my own business related things. Man, can't seem to talk eloquently today. In the past, I have done a lot of things for my author business related to this YouTube channel. First of all, I want to say thank you for being subscribers of this YouTube channel. This is the thing that makes it all click, and I make sure that I am not holding back when it comes to AI information on this YouTube channel. I try to make sure, even though I have a business on the back end, which you can subscribe to and all of that, I make it a very big deal to try and make sure that I am giving value that I would normally charge people for here on the YouTube channel. That said, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't really quite fit on the YouTube channel. And so in the past, I've created, first I created a Discord community, which honestly, I'm not much of a Discord person. I did that because it just seemed like the right thing to do. And I just did it because, that's what people do. Right. But I'm really not a Discord person. And the Discord community kind of dropped off in activity and things because I wasn't really in there. I wasn't doing much. And so that's on me. But it's also just because I'm not really a Discord person. I struggle to participate in any Discords, which is a bit of an issue because all of the AI people are on Discord. But regardless, I had that. Secondly, I had some freebies that I would give away. And to get those, you had to go sign up for my email list and all of that. And there were a lot of glitches with it. Some people weren't receiving the links that they needed to get the freebies. It just wasn't a very smooth process. And from a technical standpoint, with the software and everything that we were using to set it all up, it was kind of a hodgepodge of a whole bunch of different things. It just wasn't very efficient. And furthermore, on the paid side of things, so that was all free. The Discord, the freebies you'd get on my email list, that was all free. But I also have my Story Hacker Gold membership, which was also something that you could get. I have a link to it in every video, including this one. That was also a hodgepodge of things kind of jerry-rigged together to make it work. We had a Facebook group. So I was definitely in there a lot more than I was in the Discord group, but it was also, Facebook is Facebook. Okay. It's not the best. And second, I had a different content platform called membership.io where I hosted all of the content and all of the live streams that we would do inside of the Zoom calls and things that we do inside of this paid membership. All of that went into a separate platform. And then we also had I had a Google Calendar that I would use to schedule all of those things, all of the Zoom calls and whatnot. And that ended up being just a big hassle because first of all, not everyone uses Google Calendar. And second of all, making sure that everybody had the correct calendar, the correct dates and everything. It was just a big hassle. And so recently I have made a big change. And if you're watching this and you see the screen in front of me right now, you probably guess what it is. And I am switching everything over to a new platform called Skool. And this is going to be the new house for all of these things. So the new house for Discord, the new house for the Facebook group, the new house for my content, the new house for the community that we're building, the new house for all of the freebies that you get. All of it is now going to be on this new platform called Skool. And it is available right now. The two first links that you'll see in the description of this video, you will see the links to the free group and the paid group. There's two groups, and I'll walk you through both of them here today. But I want to say, if you've ever gotten value out of any of the things that I've posted on the YouTube channel, please consider giving one of these two groups a try. If you can afford the paid group, please go with the paid group, because that's the best way to support me. If you can't at this time in your life, which I totally understand, I could not have afforded it 5 years ago. Then consider going with the free group for now. There's lots of cool stuff in there, and that's where I am right now. This is the Story Hacker free group. Also got some new branding recently, which is pretty cool. New logo and all of that. So that's awesome. But yeah, so let me walk you through this and what this looks like. And if you have questions, please go ahead and put them in the chat as I go along. I see there are some questions in there, but for now, I'm going to ask you to keep the questions relevant to school and these platforms and everything I'm talking about. And I'll get to your other unrelated questions later. Okay, so this is school. School is basically Facebook if Facebook was good. So there are a bunch of tabs here at the top. And this first one's called the community tab. And this is essentially, I mean, it looks very Facebook-ish, right? But it's a lot better. First of all, we've got these different categories. So this is a little bit similar to what we had in the Discord as far as topics to talk about. So if you want to have like video requests or to discuss my latest videos here on the channel, you can do that here. And there's just a bunch of other different categories that you can go through. And you can also sort by these categories. Now there's only one in here because this just started literally 2 days ago. I made this all live. We already have 728 members here in the free community in just 2 days, which is pretty wild. And I've been scrambling with managing all of that and talking to people and answering messages and all of that over the last couple of days. But you'll see like this introductions tab's got tons of people in here giving their first introductions and all of that. And by posting, you can post the title, your post here. You can add any attachment. So we have people adding like files of different templates and stuff that they've done, which is kind of cool. You can also add links, video. You can add a poll, which you can't always do in Facebook. It's unclear to me when you can use a poll and when you can't. Emojis and GIFs, and you select your category here and so forth. And it's all really, really cool. Next cool thing is we have this classroom. And in the free community, this is where you get your free goodies, okay? So I have the start here / bonuses mini course. You click on this. And I will have a video walking you through the entire platform. There's an app that comes along with school, so you can just, take it around wherever you go. You get my 40 chapter plot module template that I created here. That is, it's my cheat sheet that I use for outlining a 40 chapter novel. And you get my prompt library here. So this is the freebie that you get with the prompt library, a little introduction for me. And then there's also the Story Hacker Manifesto, which is just, it is what it sounds like. It's a manifesto. I'm not going to go through it here, but you should definitely watch this video when you get in there. And so this is where you'll find all those bonuses and stuff like that. It's really cool stuff. Again, this is all free. You can go down to the link and get it there. There's also this free AI Foundations mini course. Mini course, maybe not so mini. All available here. Pretty cool stuff. So yeah, you can go through, find all of that here. And that's all available in the free version. The best thing about all of this is that it's a community. There's lots of people giving their introductions here, as you can see. Just the best thing about school in particular as a platform is that it's really good at incentivizing people to basically engage and also to provide valuable posts. So let me show you how that works. There's a leaderboard here and you get points, and you can also unlock certain things as you get more points. So if you get level 2, you'll unlock the AI Foundations course. It's really easy to get to level 2. All you need are 5 points. So to get points, you do that by getting likes on your posts. So if you go through the process of creating an introduction post, which I go over in the Start Here mini course that I showed you already, it should be really easy to get those first 5 points and level up to level 2. And that's just to encourage people to interact and stuff like that, because I do want this to be an active community where people are providing genuine value to others. And so you can do that here. Dulce, awesome. You're already level 2. Sweet. That's cool. So this is the leaderboard. You can see, people are already participating really, a lot, and it shows you who are the most active here in the group, which is cool. That could be incentivizing to you potentially. But it also encourages you to make posts that have genuine value, because if you're just putting out posts that are like just, whatever, they're not going to get a whole lot of likes. And so if you want to get a lot of likes, you need to post things that are genuinely helpful to people. And the more you do that, the more likes you get, the more you'll move up the leaderboard. And I know some people that are not really happy with gamifying it in that sense. But I think it's actually a good thing to encourage genuine participation and genuine helpfulness. So definitely give that a try if you're so inclined. And that's why Skool has actually been blowing up as a platform for other people, in addition to what this migration that I'm doing. It's just off the charts in terms of engagement. They had like some genuine game developers helping out to develop the platform, and people are just really into it, and it's becoming a really big thing. So definitely something I would check out. And once again, to get your freebies, you come here to the Start Here thing, and you get my plot module for free. You get the prompt library for free. And you get the AI Foundations course after you level up to level 2, which should happen with just a post or two. You'll get enough likes to get to that point, especially with 700 something people seeing them. Michael, no, there is not a penalty for low points. You just don't move up if you're not getting any points. I wouldn't be okay with that if there were. Penalizing people just doesn't seem like a good idea. Oh, I will show you one other thing. Let's see. Can I see it from my own profile? Yeah. So you'll see also, this is another small, kind of dumb, but kind of fun engagement tool that they have here. Each of these, so this right here is the last couple of months. And it's got like the whole year here basically. But this shows you, in fact, I think I created my account on Skool right here. That's why it's like a darker gray here. But when these are fully filled into like the dark green, you can see less, more right here. When you perform 10 actions, and that could be as simple as a like, you just go like 10 posts, right? Or comments. This will fill up to this darker green. And if you do that for, I believe it's 30 days straight without any breaks, you'll get this little fire emoji next to your name. And it's kind of dumb, but I also kind of really want that fire emoji. I've been active in a couple of groups here, but not really regularly. But now that I've got these groups, the Story Hacker groups, I'm very easily hitting those numbers. And I'm like, I kind of want that fire emoji. So I've got to do this again for like 30 days straight. So hold me to that. But it's just kind of a fun little thing. So it just encourages you to like other people's posts, which helps them level up, as well as providing more content and value. Anytime you comment or post or anything like that, it counts as an action. So that's the Story Hacker free group. And as I said, 728 members here just in 2 days. All I did was send out an email to my email list and make a notification in the Discord. I will say that this free group here is going to essentially replace the Discord. I am going to be shutting the Discord down within probably by the end of the year. And so if you're in the Discord and you want a place to continue talking about AI, this is the place to go. Also, if you're in the my email list, this is going to replace the method I was previously using to deliver those freebies. So if you want those freebies, you have to come in here and go to the classroom and get them in here in the Start Here course. But again, it's totally free. The link is down below so you can get that cool stuff. So yeah, so this is the Story Hacker free group. Let me know if you have any comments about it, comments, questions, concerns, whatever the case may be. But I just want to also take a moment, if it's okay with you, to take a look at the Story Hacker Gold group. Is that okay with everybody? Cool. And these are just other groups that I'm participating in, but the Story Hacker Free and the Story Hacker Gold group are the two that I actually own. So this is the Story Hacker Gold group. You can see, obviously, the community tab, very similar. I've got a couple of pinned posts here that I put up to help people get started. There's a lot of cool resources in here. Debbie, shout out to Debbie. She's like always on these live streams, and she's very active in the group. She just created this 24 chapter paranormal romance outline, and a bunch of other 24 chapter outlines, which is really cool. So yes, great question, Lord Colm. So is the Story Hacker paid membership separate from the gold membership? They are the same thing. I have migrated everything over. So if you have previously signed up for the membership, you should get automatic access to this group. And this is where everything's going to live. I've basically taken it so that the Facebook group and the content platform that I had and the Google Calendar, it's all mashed up into one thing now, which just makes it easier for everybody. But definitely makes it easier for me from a tech standpoint, trying to string everything else together like that. Ekello, how are you? Ekello Herod's in the house. If you guys haven't seen Future Fiction Factory, you should definitely go over and subscribe to that channel, because Ekello is my man. He is awesome. So this is the Story Hacker Gold membership. This one is paid. So currently, I'll just show you the About page here. It is currently $37 a month, and the price will be going up to $47 on January 31st. So make sure to get in now. Because that price is going up. It's not going to be going down like ever again. Because I eventually envisioned this place as something that is worth $97 a month. That's what I'm going for. And we're not there yet. I have a lot of things to build and whatnot, but we're growing it. So that's why the price goes up. If you sign up at the $37 a month right now, you'll get that grandfathered in, so you can lock it in as long as you stay there. You'll be there the whole time. So here's just a little list of things that you get inside of the membership. I'm going to walk you through them right now, just to give you a sense of what's in there. So of course you got the community, and the community, I've always found that anytime you join a paid community, the quality of the interaction goes up a little bit, because the people there are really serious about being there, and they're providing better value and all of that. And so as great as the free communities are, the paid communities are really like where you can get some of the best value. And really, this is the biggest value piece of the membership. It's not actually me. It's from everybody else that's interacting in there so far. But if you go to the classroom, you'll see there's another little start here, plus bonuses mini course that I've developed. Let's go look at that for a second. It will have similar stuff to what you saw in the free one. There's an initiation here where I kind of walk you through how to set up your first post and all of that. There's a roadmap here, which will walk you through the step-by-step system that I've developed inside of this. This is actually the exact same video from the free one about how to set up the app. Same with this manifestos, exact same thing. But I want to make sure that is important. And then bonuses. So you get a lot of bonuses when you sign up for the Story Hacker Gold membership. The big one is that you get my 2 books, soon to be 3 books, 10,000 words an hour, From Zero to Published. I just got an amazing testimonial from Zero to Published of somebody just like didn't know anywhere of where to start and read the book, and it was just like it opened up so many things that they wish they had it like 5 years ago, and it was a great testimonial. I'll have to find it. But you get those 2 books plus the audiobooks. These are AI narrated audiobooks for now, but I'm actually working with a human narrator to narrate these, so that will be available as soon as it's ready. You'll get my book in a day system, as well as how to create a book cover in Midjourney, and as well as the prompt library. Now, this is the same prompt library, and this is also the same plot module cheat sheet that you get in the free, but you'll also have access to it here. And then I'm also about to publish my plot module book. And if you sign up for the gold membership, you'd get that plus the audiobook once it's available inside of here as well. And then I just added this little thing. I'm really excited about this. So this is the community bonuses. And essentially, I found that a lot of the stuff that I create is only the tip of the iceberg. There are so many people providing excellent value inside of the community. I thought I would create a special hub just for things that I've handpicked from those community posts as being super valuable to the community. So for instance, we had one person post a modified version of the Lester Dent formula, which is a outlining template that I use for short stories and that I teach people about inside of this community. She created one that was specifically around the Lester Dent formula for romance. So she adapted it to work for romance. I thought that's amazing. So I would put that in here. And then also occasionally we get some really awesome community prompts. And so I just literally yesterday created this community prompt library and put, so far there's just one prompt in there, but there's going to be a lot more as we go along. That's all here in the side of the community bonuses. So I'm super jazzed about that. We're going to have a lot more stuff here. I just mentioned like Debbie had put a lot of those 24 chapter outline templates in there. I'm probably going to take a bunch of those and stick them in here. It's going to be a blast. So all of those will be from community bonuses. You'll get credit also if you want, if you created something that we decided to feature, you'll get credit there, assuming you want credit. Some people don't want their name attached to things, but that'll all come here in the community bonuses section. The next thing I want to highlight is the calendar. So let's jump to January. So I go live inside of the membership every week for about an hour and a half, where you can come and ask me any questions you have. And then I also do some instruction around various things. That all goes here. But the big thing is, and it's not reflected in the calendar yet, but I have just hired a developmental editor and a graphic designer with a specific expertise in AI art. And they are both going to be going live inside of this membership as well. This is one of the reasons why I'm raising the price, because we got these new people coming on. And so they're going to be going live throughout the week, each week as well, according to their own availability. And you'll have access to all of those Zoom calls and things inside of this community. So the developmental editor will be going over things just like, good storytelling advice and things like that. Our graphic designer is going to be going through good principles of graphic design, which is important if you want to be using AI art for things like book covers or character design templates or things like that. You need to understand some of the basic principles of design to make it work really well, especially when it comes to things like lettering and all of that. So he's going to be going through all that. And then we've also talked about maybe doing a series where he breaks down the design elements of a given genre. So if we go to Amazon and look at a specific genre and you see all of the different book covers there, breaking those down to say, okay, here, what are the elements you'd want to include if you were to create a book cover using AI or without AI for that matter, to create a cover that matches that genre so you can best succeed, have your best foot forward in that genre. So that's going to be really exciting. I'm also hiring someone to act as a accountability coach. So they'll be going live weekly, perhaps twice a week, and giving you a space to kind of come in and say, okay, here are my goals for this coming week. Here's how I did on my goals this last week. And just have someone to have some kind of accountability with, because ultimately my biggest goal for this community is to get you to finish the book and to publish it and to start marketing it because it can sometimes take a while for a author career to get going, right? But something magical happens after you finish that first book. The first book is always the hardest. Once you get that first book written and published and it's there and people can buy it and hold it in your hands, something just magical happens and the rest tend to come easily unless what happens to what happened to me happens to you, where you burn out. Thankfully, with AI and some of the things that the advice that I can give you, you shouldn't hopefully be burning out. So that's the calendar area. Right now, we've just got my things scheduled, but we're going to be adding the developmental editor and the accountability calls and the graphic designer calls in here as well. So yes, let's walk through the classroom here again. So we already covered the start here. Here's the AI Foundations course. You get this one in the free class, but it's available here as well if you need it. And then this is my 5-phase story path, or success path that I walk people through, where we start with the reader magnet. This is creating a short story that is a way to entice people to get on your email list. And that leads to phase 2, which is the email list, and getting people set up on the email list so that you have an audience. Even before, phase 3 is writing the novel. We get the email list set up before you write the novel, and actually getting people onto that email list so that when you are finished writing your novel, you have a audience pre-established to launch that book to. And I've seen people already in the community have several hundred people on their email list before they even finish writing their novel. And that's huge. Okay. I can't think of a better way to start your author career off strong. A good author career usually takes time to build momentum. It's like a flywheel. It takes an enormous amount of energy to get it running, but then once it's running, it can run with just a little bit of energy. And an author career is the same way. It takes a lot of energy to get it going, but a lot of people write their first book and they release it to nobody. And that's even harder. And so having a couple hundred people on your email list to launch a book to, that's huge. So that's phase 3 is writing the novel. Phase 4 is publishing the novel. Phase 5 is marketing the novel. There are a million different ways to market your book. So phase 5 focuses on the low-hanging fruit, as well as the basics that you need to understand. And then I plan on bringing in a lot of extra experts and things like that to talk a little more in depth about all of the different marketing avenues out there. Then I have this mini course about author mindset. In fact, I considered making this one required before you even get into the 5 phases, but a lot of people just wanted to get started and I didn't want to get in their way. But I would say this is almost more important than anything else that I've got here in this course. So that's something to check out. Then, of course, we have the recordings of all the Zoom meetings with me. And with any guest lectures, there will be spaces in here for the graphic designer and the developmental editor as well. They'll have their own little sections where their Zoom calls will go. And then I have an old version of phase 1 and an old version of phase 3 here. I just keep the content there in case people want to go through it. And I'm about to start a new version. So it's phase 1 3.0. Here in the near future, because a lot of this has just been iterating it and optimizing it as we go along. So that's the success path right there, and all of the content we've got inside of this membership so far. But again, really the value of this community comes from the community, which is right here. You get to interact with people, get your questions answered. I'm in there every day, all the time, and so that I think is going to be the most value that you can get there. Whew, that's a lot. So let me see if there are any questions here. Feel free to put them in the chat. Is there a place to post stories we make with AI? You're welcome to post the stories that you make with AI in here. Absolutely. I would probably put that under there. We have a category here for, wins. So under wins, you'd put that here. Again, this community is brand new, so there isn't anything here yet. But I've already, I've bought a couple of books from people inside of the community who did it through these methods. So absolutely post the stuff that you're doing. I would put that under wins here, and you can just attach it as a file to put it in here if you want. You certainly don't have to do that. You don't have to give away any of your stories for free to our community, but you're welcome to do so. Especially if you want feedback and stuff like that. That could be a really helpful thing. Michael says, how do we unlock the training we used to have? So if you're referring to these trainings here, so phase 1 through 3 unlocks at level 2. So going back to the leaderboard here, you only need 5 points to level up to level 2. You should be able to get that with one post. I instruct you how to create an introduction post. Make sure you do that, and you should be able to get to the 5 points just from that one post. And then you need something like 20 or 30 points to level up to level 3, where you'll get phase 4 and 5. I just put that way just to make sure people are engaging in the community, because I want that. That's like the main goal of all of this. But it's really easy. Like, seriously, I got to level 3 in less than a day. So it's certainly doable for sure. Yeah, so I don't see any other questions here. Feel free to put any more if you have them. Otherwise, I will probably end this live stream early. There was a question, an unrelated question at the beginning, about how long can a super prompt be? As long as the context of the AI model can handle it. So if the context window is 16,000 tokens, that's roughly 12,000 words, roughly. So it can handle something that's 12,000 words. Most of the AI models out there are like in the 1 to 200,000 token range. So they can handle like up to 150,000 words. So it's really as long as it can be. However, I will say that the longer your super prompt gets, sometimes the more unwieldy it gets, meaning the output you get is going to be less predictable. And that's not always a good thing. John, is there maybe a beta reader program? Not in here. And I actually would not, unless you're looking for feedback about like how AI-ish your story sounds, I wouldn't recommend this as a place to get beta readers, because to get beta readers, you want to have people that are naturally readers of the genre that you're targeting. And the best place to do that is to go look at Facebook groups and things like that. Find a Facebook group that's around your genre. With the admin's permission, say that you're looking for beta readers, and you can probably get a couple that way. But you always want beta readers that are beta readers for your specific genre. And this community is a community of writers. Now, all of us as writers, we are also usually readers. But yeah, you're going to find there's not a consistency of genres inside of this group. We're all over the map. Martin says, I just need feedback to adjust my prompts for the stories. Yeah, you can absolutely ask for feedback inside of the community for your prompts. I'm in there. I might give you feedback. Other people are there who are really good with their prompts. They might give you feedback. Yeah. Can we divide the prompts into separate documents? Character, premise, synopsis, outline, and other. Yeah, you can do that if you need to. Blackjack 804 says, came late. How much does it cost? Currently it's $37 a month. That is going up to $47 at the end of January. And it won't be coming back down again. Eventually I plan on scaling this to $97. That's where I eventually see, that's the amount of value that I eventually see this group providing. But there's more I need to add in there before I get to that point. But we are, I just hired a developmental editor and a graphic designer to be helping people in there. And so that's going to be huge. And as a result, we're raising the price at the end of January 31st. So, yeah. All right. I think that sounds like a wrap there, unless there are any last minute questions. I'll just give it a few seconds here for the stream to catch up to the chat here. But yeah, unless there are any last minute questions, I think we'll wrap it up for the day. A little bit of a shorter live stream today, but all I wanted to do is just talk about the important updates for myself and my business. I know it's not going to be relevant to everybody, so that's why I did it as a live stream instead of a proper video. But yeah, it's been a fun ride so far. I'm really excited that everything here is available now just in one place. That's going to be a huge headache saver for me, as well as I think for all of you as well. So once again, this is going to be replacing the Discord, replacing all of the different platforms that I was using in the paid community, including the Facebook group, the content platform, the calendar. All of that's now here inside of Gold. Is there a place to post prompts you use to prompts that you make to show how you use the AI? Yeah, just come here under AI and prompts, and you can post your prompts here. So like Oscar, for instance, put an editing prompt. And this is his editing prompt right here. And I actually put this one in the community prompt library. And if you want yours included in the community prompt library, there's no guarantee because we handpick them. But if you want to be considered, you can tag myself or any of the other admins of the group, and they should be able to help you out there, or at least make sure it gets looked at. Is it locked in price? Yes. Once you've gotten in at the $37 tier, even after we raise the price, you will still be locked in at that lower price. So that's the importance of getting in before January 1st, is because you won't have to be paying the higher price later. So, okay. I'm going to stop it there, but thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was useful for you. At the very least, I recommend you go join the Story Hacker free group. You don't have to join the paid group, especially if you can't afford it right now. But there's lots of cool value that you'll also find in the free group, and hopefully that can be beneficial for you. So go check that out, and I will see you in the next video.